What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another transfer update. Today, we'll be discussing the latest transfer news surrounding Arsenal. No long stream today, people, just a short 10-minute video, short and sweet. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, road to 50k settings, and let me know in the comments whether you agree with the players we're being linked with, who would you like to see us sign, and who would you like to see us sell in this January transfer window. Let's get into it. So today we will start with what we like to call now Daily Dusan. Every day we are linked with Dusan Vlahovic, the Fiorentina striker. And today's no different to any other. Arsenal once again being linked with a move for the Fiorentina striker, Serbian international Dusan Vlahovic. Now, according to a report in the Standard newspaper, Arsenal are pushing to complete a £58 million deal this January to get Vlahovic into the club. Now, according to Fabrizio Romano, who did an interview yesterday, he said that Vlahovic's agent refused to open negotiations with Arsenal back in October when Arsenal initially approached him. So why has this story possibly changed now? Well, I think where the story does have a little bit of legs is the fact that Fiorentina know they can get more money for Vlahovic now than they can in the summer. He has 18 months left to go on his contract. And, you know, he has said publicly that apparently he would like to go to Juventus. But reports coming out of Juventus at the moment are they cannot afford to structure this kind of deal. They are trying to sell Ramsey. They're trying to sell Arthur. They are also trying to give a new contract to Paulo Dybala. They don't have £58 million and a huge contract to sign Dusan Vlahovic. So it may be a case of Arsenal just being the only club that are kind of trying to buy him now. Now, Dusan Vlahovic was in the Fiorentina team last night that was beaten 4-0 by Torreira. This was a big blow for them in their hopes of European football next season. Dusan Vlahovic was substituted after 75 minutes yesterday. He didn't look too happy as he was taken off, and a 4-0 hammering. Arsenal midfielder Lucas Torreira also played in this game. He completed the full 90 minutes. Now, Arsenal are trying to use Torreira as a little bit of a bargaining tool to push Fiorentina towards the deal. And reports coming out today are stating that any move for Vlahovic could cost as much as £150 million. Eye-watering figures there for the player. It's believed the deal would cost around 60 million with a further 75 million in wages. And apparently Vlahovic's agent is asking for 15 million pounds as a signing on fee for the player. Now, we know back in the day, Arsenal walked away from a deal for N'Golo Kante, where his agent was asking for around 9 million. Will they be willing to pay Vlahovic's agent 15 million? It's believed he wants a contract of around £300,000 a week. That is a basic of around 160 with 140 in achievable bonuses. I mean, eye-watering figures. And as good as I think Vlahovic is, we still have to add balance to this. He's 21. He's really in his breakthrough year in football. He hasn't played in the Champions League. He hasn't done it in a major international tournament yet. Is he worth those numbers? I think the risk is that if he gets any bigger and better, that Arsenal won't be able to get him. He's going to have better options. So Arsenal may have to take a chance and make a move for him now. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Would you pay 58 million for Vlahovic? Would you be willing to pay him wages of up to £300,000 a week? Dusan Vlahovic, let me know in the comments. Now, speaking of strikers, a certain Arsenal striker, the forgotten man himself, the former captain, the former talisman. Some of you call me his lawyer at times. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Now, he was pictured yesterday at the African Cup of Nations in Cameroon as Gabon kicked off their campaign with a 1-0 win. Aubameyang didn't play, of course. He's recovering from COVID at the moment. And he hasn't said a lot publicly since he was famously stripped of the captain's armband by Mikel Arteta a few weeks ago. But he was pictured yesterday on social media wearing this season's Arsenal shirt. And there were a lot of comments, a lot of Arsenal fans saying he's still one of our own, this, that, the other. I think people just, it made people a little bit sentimental that he has done a lot for the club. He was our star player. Is there a way back for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, or is he completely finished? I think one thing we have to be honest about is Aubameyang has shown a lot of commitment to Arsenal. I've always felt he had a great connection with the Arsenal fans. I think this situation with the armband has kind of detached the fan base away from him. And I think, it's interesting whether he comes back or not. We've heard reports over the last few days that Barcelona can't afford him, that Newcastle are maybe looking for a younger striker. What happens with Aubameyang if the 30th of January and the window closes and he's still an Arsenal player? Do you reintegrate him into this squad somehow and see if you can get the best out of him? If you cannot get a Vlahovic, do you have to try and get Aubameyang back in? I don't know. I think him and Arteta's relationship is probably really damaged. Can it be fixed? We've seen Thomas Tuchel fix his problems with Romelu Lukaku, who said some wild things. Will Aubameyang ever be in an Arsenal shirt on the pitch? He's wearing it off the pitch. Will we ever see him wearing it on the pitch? Let me know in the comments, people. Go easy on me, man. I'm not his lawyer today. Aubameyang, will he play for Arsenal? Let's talk about midfielders. Bruno Guimaraes is the name on everyone's lips at the moment, the Brazilian international. Now, there are rumours coming out of Lyon that they are willing to do business. They are willing to sell Bruno Guimaraes if somebody meets the £38 million transfer fee. Their chairman is famously renowned as being difficult to deal with. However, he has proved over the years, pay the money and you can take the player. If he names the price and you match it, he will sell you the player. He's been doing it for years. Benzema, Tolisso, Umtiti, Lacazette. He said, pay 50 million, you can take him. We paid it and we got him. He wants 38 million for Guimaraes. Lyon are not having a great season. They are struggling to even get European qualification at the moment. What would a signing like Bruno Guimaraes do for Arsenal? I think he would completely transform our midfield next to Thomas Partey. Now, rumours today coming out of Italy that Juventus are looking at Bruno Guimaraes and have even made contact with Lyon about a potential deal. Now, I was saying earlier that Juventus don't have the money to sign Vlahovic. It's believed that Bruno Guimaraes could even be available on loan with an obligation to pay the £38 million in the summer. I mean, that deal would be absolutely incredible for Arsenal. Pay a couple of million up front as a loan fee, cover his wages, pay the 38 million in the summer. He's a Brazilian international. It's a no-brainer. Now, it's believed Kia Jarapchin is willing to broker the deal. Now, for all Kia Jarapchin's faults and mishaps, he is somebody that can get deals done, particularly players from South America. We know he has a close connection with Edu, and we know that Genie, the former technical director at Lyon, is somebody that Kia Jarapchin has communicated and worked with in the past. For me, Bruno Guimaraes, we should be all over it. He was man of the match against PSG at the weekend. He got 1 assist and is having a very good season. He's even spoken publicly about his need or want to play in the Premier League at some stage in the future, saying that it is something he dreamed of when he was younger. Arsenal, get the deal done. Pay the £38 million. Bring Bruno Guimaraes into the club. Stop faffing around. A good transfer window could completely transform our season. Can you imagine if we sign Vlahovic and Guimaraes in January? 100 million for both of them. That, you use the money in the summer. If you were to buy those two players now, you wouldn't need to do a lot of business by time the summer came. Arsenal, get the deal done. Bruno Guimaraes, 24, Brazilian international. Sign him. Let's talk about Genie Wijnaldum. We've spoken about Genie Wijnaldum a few times over the past few days. We've said many times it's a no-brainer. You take Genie Wijnaldum on loan. He's experienced. He's a Champions League winner. I think this deal will not happen. And what I've read over the last couple of days, it seems the legs are running out of this deal or any potential deal that was there at the start of January. Genie Wijnaldum played for PSG at the weekend against Lyon. He played 83 minutes. And rumours coming out of L'Equipe is that he has told Mauricio Pochettino he wants to fight for his place. There was a lot of controversy when Wijnaldum left Liverpool in the summer. He's won the Champions League, the league there. They offered him a big contract. He was on the verge of joining Barcelona. And in the end, he went to PSG. A lot of Liverpool fans criticised Wijnaldum and said this was a money-motivated transfer. So Wijnaldum is very keen to prove to people that he was right to go there. And I don't think any transfer to Arsenal will happen this month. Also, rumours coming out today that Arsenal's midfield targets are targets that they can bring to the club for the long-term future. We know that Arteta wants to play young players. Genie Wijnaldum is 31 years of age. He earns 250 grand a week. You know, beyond a 6-month loan, what would you do with Genie Wijnaldum? I wouldn't want to sign a 31-year-old on £250,000 a week. His motivation may not be there. And it looks as if Arsenal are looking at players for the long term. Genie Wijnaldum, that deal to me does not look as if it is going to happen. So I think we can forget about that one at the moment. There's also rumours about a couple of players leaving Arsenal. Apparently Pablo Mari is being linked with a move to Sampdoria and also AC Milan. At the end of December, he was being talked about as a potential return to Brazil with Flamengo. The rumour is they're struggling to match his wages that he is on now at Arsenal. But he's being linked with a move to Italy, to Sampdoria, and potentially even AC Milan on loan. Slower division may suit him, less pace. He may do well. At the moment, I would say Pablo Mari has been an unsuccessful signing at Arsenal. He has just not quite been the same since Lukaku did what he did to him at the start of the season. Callum Chambers also being linked with a potential move. Only has a year left on his contract, and it is reported that Arsenal would be willing to let him go for the right price. He hasn't featured for a while, and somebody that could be on his way out. And finally, Said Kolasinac, remember him? I had a little bit of a meltdown about him over the weekend when he came on, but being linked with a move to Marseille. He's available on a free this summer. Rumours coming out that Arsenal would potentially be willing to cancel his contract this month and allow him to leave on a free just to get him off the wage bill. Remember, people, Kolasinac earns between 100 and 120 grand a week. As I said yesterday, people, if Kolasinac can get that deal, chase your dreams, people. Anything is possible. That is it for today, people. Let me know in the comments what you think. Daily Vlahovic once again. I'm sure we'll speak about him again tomorrow. I will be back streaming tomorrow. Make sure you like the video, subscribe. Would you pay 58 million for Vlahovic? Would you give him 300 grand a week? Aubameyang wearing an Arsenal shirt. Does he have a future? Does he still love the club? Can all be forgiven, or does this only happen in fairy tales? Is the story over with Aubameyang? And Bruno Guimaraes, 38 million, no-brainer in my opinion. Could even be available on loan with an obligation to buy. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all tomorrow when I'll be back streaming. Take care, everyone. Bless.